Hey everybody! We are going to be talking about our animal adaptations project. So, in order to be able to do this project, we need to go over the different biomes that our animals could live in. So, today we are going to be talking about the coral reef, the desert, the rainforest, and the Arctic tundra. What is a biome? Well, a biome is a large region of Earth that has a certain climate and certain types of living things. Major biomes include tundra, forest, grasslands, deserts, and marine, which we would think of as ocean, or coral reefs. The plants and animals of each biome have traits that help them to survive in their particular biome. These are the animals' adaptations. We should all be familiar with this. Plants and animals that live within smaller areas of a biome also depend on each other for survival. These smaller areas are called ecosystem. Each biome has many ecosystems. So instead of this word biome, in the past you might have thought of these regions as habitats, but the correct scientific vocab word would be biome. So let's start with the Arctic tundra. The tundra biome is found in extreme northern regions. This biome has cold, dry conditions. The main plants include mosses and short grasses. Arctic foxes, reindeer, and migrating birds are some common tundra animals. Now, of course, that is not the only animals that are living in the Arctic tundra, just a few for an example. So some animal adaptations in the Arctic tundra would be, what are some things that they need to survive in this type of climate? A layer of fat known as blubber, 2 layers of fur, a large body, migrate to warm areas in the winter, and hibernation in the winter. Next is coral reef. The coral reef biome is located within the ocean, but it is separate from the ocean biome. It is located in a shallow, clear portion of the ocean in mostly tropical areas. These areas include the coasts of Africa, East Africa, South India, Australia, Florida, the Caribbean, and Brazil. Some animals that live on the coral reef include sea urchins, sponges, sea stars, worms, fish, sharks, rays, lobster, shrimp, octopus, snails, and many more. Remember, that's just an example of what types of animals live there. Some animal adaptations that are in the coral reef are fish having bright colors for camouflaging. As you can see in this picture, the coral is very, very, very bright. So the fish definitely, or any type of living organism, they want to have bright colors because it will help them when they're camouflaging from their prey, their predators, and then being able to attack their prey. Another adaptation is a flat body, which really helps the fish to hide in the little corners and areas in the coral reef. Next, we have the desert. Deserts are the driest biome. The largest desert, the Sahara, is in northern Africa. Deserts receive less than 10 inches or 25 centimeters of rain each year. Cacti and creosote bushes are 2 types of plant that can survive the dry conditions in the desert. Rattlesnakes, lizards, roadrunners, and owls are some of the animals of this biome. So some animal adaptations in the desert would be large ears to give off heat. They have a nocturnal lifestyle to avoid the sun and heat. Nocturnal means that they are active and moving around in the night because it is the coolest for them. Some other animal adaptations that there might be in the desert, we know that cactuses or cacti, they have very, very, very sharp little pricks on the plant, which help from their predators to eat them. Our last biome that we're taking a look at is the tropical rainforests. Now, the tropical rainforests lie near the equator, which means that the biome is hot and wet. Tall tropical trees and many other plants grow there. Monkeys, parrots, and anaconda snakes are some of the many rainforest animals. So different animal adaptations in the rainforest are camouflage and thick greenery or shadows, webbed limbs to glide across trees, climbing and living in trees, again another nocturnal lifestyle to avoid heat, which means they are staying active in the night to make sure that it's a little bit more cool and livable for these animals. So moving on to our animal adaptation project. Can your animal survive in a new environment? Number 1, choose a biome from the biomes we just learned about. Create a brand new animal to exist in the environment, or choose an existing animal and adapt it to fit the new environment. For example, a parrotfish. Coral reef would be where it normally would be, but now it's in a desert. So you're trying to figure out, how can I make this parrotfish, a made-up animal, survive in these new biomes? A toucan, it normally lives in the rainforest, and now you're moving it to the Arctic tundra. So you're going to have to think about what are some ways that in adaptations that this animal is going to need to survive in this new biome. Give your animal a creative name. Write 3 adaptations your animal will need in order to survive in the new environment. Describe the benefits of each adaptation, which means, why is it a good thing for them? Why is it positive? Why do they need this in order to survive? Draw and write about your new animal and its adaptation in your science notebook. If you want to create a 3D animal, please use safe materials from around your house to build your animal. You do not need to go and buy anything. Post pictures on Seesaw when you are finished of your new animal. You must include all 3 adaptations in its new environment. It should be colorful and reflect your best effort. Here's a little example of a made-up desert fish. So it says, I'm Darcy the desert fish. I have special adaptations that help me survive in my new environment. I have lungs instead of gills so I can breathe in the fresh desert air. The desert is hot, so I have light-colored lizard scales to protect from heat and protect me from the desert environment. My wings and legs help me run or fly away from predators, and I made sure to label each part of our new animal. So make sure you guys are drawing, labeling, and coloring your new animal in your science notebook. Even if you want to create a 3D one, you'll want to do this to just help you to label things and really understand your new animal. You're going to use this planning page to help with organizing your information. This will be on Seesaw to help you, and you can use the text box to enter your words on the lines. Here's some 3D examples. Some people really got creative. And what to do when you are finished. Add a picture of your science notebook page or 3D animal on Seesaw in the assignment. Make sure you record a video telling us about your new environment and your 3 new adaptations. Or if you wrote it, take a picture. If you have any questions, please ask. This should be a fun activity.